Hi, I'm just going to show you a really quick and easy way to add a form via Google Forms that you can then get responses to any sort of questions you have. So you go to your Google Drive and click on plus, the big plus new, and then scroll down to where it says more, and go to that one and then click on Google Forms and a blank form. So what this does is it allows allows you to send a questionnaire out to people and Google will record the responses. So let's just call it testimonials. So I just started typing in there. You can put a description in there. Spelling's better. So then that's all you do to start with, and then you just add questions that you want. So I'm going to start with on a scale of 1 to 5, how do you rate a product? Now, these aren't very good questions. That's not the issue here. It's just how to set this up. So on a scale of 1 to 5, you've got a choice over to the right of that. And because I've asked for the scale of 1 to 5, I'm going to go for the linear scale. So this will be set up and I can do 1 to 5 or 1 to 3. So the first one would be, now these are not particularly valid responses or replies for a form, but I'm just doing it here to show us a really quick thing. Now, if you've got a product like this and you do want people to answer it, so you click on the little required button over to the right there, and that'll mean that they have to click on that form. And that's it for question 1. So then you can click on here, add a question. So we're just going to add another question. These are bad questions. Would you use? And so I'm just going to give a yes one, yes, no here. So I'll say, would I use it again? Yes. Would I use it again? No. Now, Google often thinks that it sort of says that Google says that helps you sort of guess it and tries to guess what you're doing. So I'm going to put required again on that one now. And you can add more forms in here, more questions in here as you feel. And on each question, it'll give you an option here. So you've got a short answer, which is just a free form answer. A paragraph is the longer text. Multiple choice is just what it said. Check boxes. Multiple choice is actually, you can choose yes and no, or yes or no. Check boxes, you can choose more than one. A drop-down one, you can upload a file. So there's a whole lot of things in there, but we'll just do these for the moment. I'm going to make this, I'm not going to worry about this one, sorry. And I can remove that. Well, that probably won't come in. I'm actually, off the top of my head, not sure how to get rid of that. Anyway, you can always preview it, what the form will look like by clicking the little eye up the top right. And that will show you what people see. So you still got that option 1 in there. I want to get rid of that. So, and that opens in another tab. So we're happy about this roughly at the moment. I'm just going to close that tab. So the next thing you need to do, there it is. So I'm just going to delete that one there. So I've only got the 2 questions, scale 1 to 5, and would you use it again? Now the next important thing to do is to go to settings, and if you want to collect email addresses, you have to, I think they have to have a Gmail account. And if you require a sign-in, for most people, you don't really want that. So I'm just going to untick that. And I'm going to keep the limit to 1 response unticked. And I'm just going to save that. Now, if I click this send button, it gives me options. I can collect email addresses. I can send it to people's email addresses. So that's an email I can send to people. But if you just wanted a link, so this link here, if I copy that now and open up another incognito window, which might not come up on your screen, it means that anyone can fill that testimonial in without having to have a Google account, which is really, really handy. And then you can click shorten the URL, and that gives you that link. So now that link you can send to anyone, and they'll be able to go here. So I'm just going to copy that, which I've done, save that. I'm going to open up in another tab. Now I'm logged into Google, but I don't have to be. So as a consumer, I get this form from Google. I can rate it as love it. Would you use it again? Yes. And then I submit it. And you can see here that I can submit another response, but you can choose whether to do that or not. Now, once that's been there, what Google then does is on your original form page, so you do have to remember where this is, and it's a good idea to title it in your Google Docs. Every time someone responds, there'll be a response in here. And you can see question 1, I've got one person added a 5, and question 2, 100% of the one people said I'd use it again. Now the beauty of this is after you've done this, you can click on this, that little Google Sheets thing, and that will create, actually let's stop doing that. I'm going to title this testimonials, and now I'm going to go to here, create a new spreadsheet which will be called testimonials responses. So I'm going to recreate that spreadsheet. Now what Google has done is it's given me a spreadsheet of the time, the question, the first question, and the answer. So you can get a really easy, good spreadsheet. Now you can ask for people's emails when they fill these out, or so there's a lot more you can get into it. And you just go back to questions, and then settings, whether you want to collect emails, things like this. So you can play around with that, this presentation as well. And quizzes, I wouldn't worry about quizzes yet. But that will get you a really basic form to collect any bits of data that you want. Very, very easy and quick. A really good handy thing to know. Thank you. From Boldacious Digital.